coast to coast, it's your hosts, the Lombardi Leap and Mersey FB. This is Beyond the Frozen Tundra.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the show. I'm your host, Blaine, here with Matt on this week's episode of Beyond the Frozen Tundra. And then, we're getting close. We are getting close to football finally being
Rookies
back.
report tomorrow.
Rookies do report tomorrow, and we're recording this on the 27th, so that'll be Tuesday. They start reporting there, which will be good. There's been a couple of happenings. Devontae Wyatt did officially sign his extension here today on July 27th. And some big news in the football world is Vita Vea has officially requested a trade.
I would do it. I would trade probably a second or third round pick plus a player to get it done. And then that kind of shapes up our defense.
Yeah, I mean, if there's one area where you're kind of like, okay, what do? It's the nose tackle position. I know that they drafted Chris McClellan, but I don't like his nose tackle tape that much from when I watched it. And I think he's better in more of a Devontae Wyatt-esque role, but more upside there in terms of against the run. Yeah, I mean, Vita Vea, I know he's, 31?
31
I think
and a
we said?
half.
Yeah, 30.
I mean, nose
31 and a
tackle,
half.
like there's players into their late 30s who are good at nose tackle. He will do it. He also requires double teams on a lot of plays. Like he's pretty disruptive as a pass rusher.
Yeah, he had 4.5 sacks last year.
And did he play all 10 games or all not 10 games? I think
he played quite a bit.
Stats 20. Yeah, he played
If they
17 games last year. He's been pretty available his whole career.
Yeah, I mean, and here's the thing though. Like he's in the last year of his contract, which this could be just a ploy to get a new contract here. If he is traded, the team taking him would take on almost $16 million.
Ooh, okay.
So that's kind of the that's a pre 6-1 trade. Oh no, we're post 6-1. So sorry. Post 6-1. Yeah, I mean post 6-1 it's about 18 million. There's the Bucks would save $18 million right now. So there would have to be some definite negotiation on a contract extension here for him.
Yeah.
As well as because I mean it's a $22 million cap hit right now going into 2026, and he does have one void year, but it's barely $2 million. It's just a little over. $2
And when
million.
you think of like how we were defending the run not well last year, like it was quite poor. Vita Vea would help with that right away.
Yeah, Vita Vea would free up so much, and then you add Micah Parsons coming back. Like,
Whew.
Good luck.
How much would you be willing to give up?
Can you put a price on a top 5 defense?
No, you cannot. I would say maybe like a little less than I would say at most I would do is like a second in Carl Brooks.
Yeah. And man, like the thing is like the thing, and I think this is where other teams would have leverage. It's the fact that his cap hit is quite large, and he's in the last year of his deal.
And
it sounds like he wants a new contract.
Cap's going to get a little tight for us in terms of extensions.
Well, yeah, and the Packers are anticipating it, and this is kind of a side note thing, but CBS did agree to a 60% increase.
Ooh.
So that's CBS, which means the cap is going to explode. So props to Russ Ball for getting ahead on the Devontae Wyatt extension, the Christian Watson, the Jaden Reed, all those extensions getting handled here with and the Devontae Wyatt extension. People worried about Tucker Craft. That actually does help the Tucker Craft extension here moving forward. So props to the Packers organization. They're getting ahead of this cap hit, these contracts before the cap absolutely explodes here within the next season or two. Again, that obviously takes a little bit of pressure off the Vita Vea situation, but I don't think it's enough to warrant a second. I could argue a third. I could argue a fourth, and like Carl Brooks.
I would give up more for Vita Vea than I would to get Josh Sweat.
Yeah, that I can agree with. I wouldn't give up a second for Josh Sweat. I'd be comfortable with like a comp pick, third. Like a comp third and a fourth easily.
My only concern with trading for Vita Vea is then our defensive line gets really old really quickly.
That is, yeah. I mean, Devontae Wyatt's 28.
Yeah, because you're starting like interior defensive linemen would be Wyatt, Vea, and Hargrave.
Hargrave's like 34. Vita Vea would be 31.5.
White's 29,
38,
28, 29.
That would definitely be an experienced.
And then you'd
defensive line.
have
So there definitely
McClellan,
be a lot
Brinson,
of
and
expectations
Stackhouse
there.
behind them, but it's not like a super
with
deep
Brinson and
defensive line.
McClellan.
So
No. Which kind of leads into our topic for today's episode is just kind of impact here and
before we get to this,
realistically,
PUP stuff, just kind of the players who are on it.
Oh, yeah. Who? I forgot who they put on there. They put Aaron Banks.
Aaron Banks, Tucker Kraft, Luke Musgrave. There's Wyatt's on it, I think.
No, Wyatt did not go on it. It's Banks, Kamal Haddon, Javon Hargrave, Tucker Kraft, and Luke Musgrave.
Yeah, and so you don't have Micah's going to be on it tomorrow. Apparently, is what's been reported.
That's just some official whatever. I don't know what the reason is behind it, but it's something. But no Zach Tom, no Devontae Wyatt, which is good. And as far as I've read, there's no indication that either of those guys are going to go on the PUP. Chris Brooks just got stuck on the NFI list. I mean,
that could be for any number of things.
Literally. Hargrave, that's kind of a bummer. Haddon, I kind of expected Haddon to be on the PUP.
It's Hargrave and Banks that are the bummers, and like Musgrave out of nowhere. But again, this could be like an injury that takes like a week to recover from, but they just want like the camp spot. So
true.
We don't know yet. There hasn't been like any injury report yet, so we can't even speculate. But do not be concerned.
I mean, Luke Musgrave is still a bummer. Yeah. I mean, Luke Musgrave is still a bummer because, like we talked about last episode, I mean, just make or break. And this is kind of break a little bit for Luke Musgrave. I mean, he has a lot riding on him to perform well here moving forward. And I don't think that starting, regardless of the injury, starting on the PUP is not very beneficial for him.
Definitely not.
But I think it's important here. We talked about like make or break last episode, and obviously we've been talking about the defensive line, and if we were to get a player like Vita Vea, just how that he would definitely be extremely impactful. But that kind of we both have our list here of our top 10 influential. I don't want to say influential, but basically most important Packers to the season. I think that's probably the best way to put it. It's these guys need to perform up to par for the Packers to have a succcessful season.
Do we want to go 1 to 10 or 10 to 1?
We're going 10 to 1. That's the only way
to do it.
We're going 10 to 1. Exactly. So I'm actually curious to see who your 10
is. Who my 10 is?
Yes.
Zaire Franklin.
So I have a rookie. He's on my list. Zaire Franklin is on my list, but he's way
higher for you. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll get into my reasoning when I get to 5, but talk to me why he's your 10.
So the reason he's my 10 is because he would be higher if he wasn't like an established player, but he's been good in Indy.
Okay.
And now he just has to do the same here. And it's kind of improving the areas where Quay was a little deficient in and becoming the Mike linebacker for the team, and then taking a little bit of pressure off of Edgerrin Cooper and to allow him to play more freely.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I have very similar reasons than that, and I'll get into them at my 5. But my number 10 is Brandon Cisse.
He 7 for me.
Yeah. Like, to me, a rookie, like he's a rookie cornerback and he's competing for outside. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of Keyshawn Nixon. Neither of us are. And we've seen, there's actually a big article released recently about Keyshawn Nixon's poor play last season and just the big plays he's given up, as well as his lack of being able to get turnovers. And then if he doesn't give up a big play, he was one of the most penalized cornerbacks in the NFL last year. Like, those are just two things that don't fly. And I think that for the Packers to have more confidence in their secondary, specifically at cornerback, Brandon Cisse, they need Brandon Cisse to get up to speed quick.
Yeah. Who's your number 9?
That leads us to number 9. We actually just talked about him, but Devontae Wyatt.
He's 6 for me.
Devontae Wyatt is at 9 for me because we kind of saw what happened when we lost him last year, and he did get paid.
Exactly. We need him to stay healthy. It's a lot of these players that are going to be like, we need you to stay healthy for a year.
Yes. Yeah. We need you to stay healthy. And in this case, Wyatt's case, play up to your contract.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the Packers believed in you. I believe in you. Not that matters. But I do believe in Devontae Wyatt, and there was a noticeable difference when he wasn't out there, specifically against the run. So that needs to continue, and they just need him to be a consistent force on the inside there, and part of that consistency is staying healthy. So who's your number 9?
Javon Bullard.
Not on my list. Good
Thank
pick,
you.
though.
I will say a notable omission from my list is Micah, just because he's going to be hurt for most of for the first 7 games. So just being in that, consider that honorable mention. But Bullard, he's got to be that steady presence in the nickel. I just think it's important for him to continue to improve on his play and become that stabilizing presence in the secondary and the nickel, and kind of as that third safety that Gannon likes to play.
There's definitely a lot of versatility there with having Bullard as that kind of third safety, because he did some of that stuff in
it's like the star role that he played in college.
Arizona.
Kind of, almost.
And I think it's funny how you, obviously, Devontae Wyatt was my 9, and you gave Micah Parsons your honorable mention.
Okay.
I actually put I did put Micah Parsons at 8 for me. And, I know he's going to start the season on the pup. He's probably going to miss, the first 8 games. I am a big proponent on... I'm not a big proponent on momentum per se, but I am a big proponent on going on a run. And I think that if Micah Parsons is coming back 8 games in, the Packers have the ability then to go on a 10-game run and carry that into the playoffs. And if they are going to do that specifically defensively, Micah Parsons coming back and ramping up is going to be a key factor in this defense going to the next level, being top 10, being top 5 even, and assisting the Packers in going on a run deep into the playoffs and ideally a Super Bowl. I know he's at 8, and the reason is I have him at 8 is, again, because he is coming back from that surgery, so it's going to take a little bit more to kind of ramp him up. But I think in conjunction with when he's coming back towards the end of the season, he's going to be an important factor in the Packers making getting those late season wins.
That was my sentiment too. It's just with him being hurt, I think our season hinges a little more on other players, and we've talked ad nauseum on how Micah's return will affect the team. So Chris McClellan.
So who's your 8?
Yeah, well.
Okay, so there's your rookie.
And 7, Cisse. But
it's your first rookie.
So I go on a bit of a rookie run here. If McClellan is able to step up in big moments, because I'm not counting on Hargrave and Wyatt to be healthy all year. McClellan will have to play at some point. And it is very crucial that he plays at a high level, and defensive tackle is a place where rookies traditionally struggle. I'm hoping he doesn't struggle as much. Looking through rose-colored glasses here, where he improves and is learning from great pass rushers in Hargrave and Wyatt, takes a step in run defense, and by the time that he has to play significant snaps, maybe later in the season, is really ready to go.
Going through that, yeah, he's definitely, I think he's going to be instrumental in that rotation there.
Yeah, Cisse is your 7, my 7. He
was
your 10?
Cisse is your 7?
Yeah. And Micah was your 8?
My 10, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, Cisse as 7 for me is kind of how quickly are you able to get into the starting role and get your feet under you as an NFL corner? Going back through his film, I liked what I saw a little more on rewatch than I did on his initial eval for me. So after listening to how he speaks and how critical he is about the game and studying film, I have some really high hopes. Tandem that with the new coaches we have in the secondary.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think you pointed out something that I thought was kind of lacking from his film, and that is his technical prowess. But it really seems like the Packers staff and he himself he's really hit the film a lot, which that was my biggest critique. I knew the athleticism was there, but I thought for a team that wants to win a Super Bowl now, I want a cornerback that is more technically refined. He took that to heart, and from my understanding of it, and from what the coaches are saying and what he is saying, he has been in the books, in the film room, absolutely just pounding the film.
He's a pretty good,
get that technical
he's a pretty good
up to an NFL
technical
speed.
Corner in coverage. My issue is just teaching him to wrap up tacklers. He's a willing tackler. He'll just kind of kamikaze it and go for shoulder and just throw his shoulder in there. But I need him to actually wrap up and try and tackle through people instead of just knocking them down. But he's a willing tackler. No, he's a willing tackler. He will try to tackle. He will throw his body in there. Carrington Valentine does not. So
yeah,
great coverage.
Oh man, good
CC.
coverage though. But yeah, I'm hoping in that. So he was your 7, right? My 7, you kind of briefly mentioned it. You kind of briefly mentioned the defensive line. I know I mentioned Micah Parsons. Like my 7 was tough because I could have went with a rookie due to the fact that there's a lot of high praise for DDS. He's not on my list, unfortunately. I thought about it, but I think that it's really hard for rookie defensive ends, in my opinion, to come into the league and that aren't, especially top 10 picks,
good
to be impactful right away.
Like later round rookie edge rusher.
Man.
Yeah. Oh.
What Max Crosby? Maybe I can't really think of.
Oh, Nick Bonito.
I mean, obviously Max Crosby's balled out. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Nick Bonito. Yeah. So it's tough. And because it's tough, I am going to I ended up leaning more towards the guy who I understood the pick at the time, even though I wanted the Packers to take Christian Gonzalez. I understand why the Packers took Lucas Van Ness when they drafted him. And this is I don't know if I've ever talked about this before, but Preston Smith was aging.
Zadarius Smith
had
was
Rashawn
like
Gary.
a head case.
Packers always like to take. Yeah, I think he was gone at this point, or was almost out the door. I think he was either out the door or almost out the door, or injured his first year, one of the two. So I completely understand. Like when it comes to pass rushers, you take them high and you take them often. So I have no issues with the Lucas Van Ness pick necessarily.
Yes.
It's just it's time for him to work out. We saw it last year, and then he hurt his foot. Micah Parsons loves Lucas Van Ness, like absolutely loves Lucas Van Ness, which I think some of that is work ethic. A big proponent of that is work ethic. Micah Parsons clearly wasn't too fond of Rashawn Gary. He likes Wyatt. Yeah. And we've seen Micah Parsons with Aaron Sorrell, and I think DDS, as well as a couple of other pass rushers. But he's a big. But Micah Parsons immediately took to Lucas Van Ness, and like he was grilling with him and everything. It was kind of funny. So LVN really does have an opportunity to be the, like, if I can do a superhero thing, not Robin, but he can be Nightwing right now until Micah Parsons gets back. Not necessarily Batman, because Micah Parsons is Batman, but he can still be a quality superhero in the pass rush. He's a former first-round pick. I mean, they picked up his 5th-year option. I think that right now, these eight games, Lucas Van Ness needs to stay healthy and really kind of show that RAS off. He's going back to putting his hand in the dirt, which is what he was more accustomed to.
Stand up, edge rusher.
Stand up. Sorry. Yes. Sorry, I got that backwards. They switched to that, right?
Hand in the dirt
last year.
2 years ago. First year of Halfley.
2 years ago. Yeah, that's what it was. Because I know he was all over the place, unfortunately, but he's getting back to what he's been good at. In essence, is what he did in college. So I'm looking forward to seeing Lucas Van Ness here. And
he had 4 sacks his rookie year in a 3-4. So yeah. So I think there's a lot there. It's very important for Lucas Van Ness here. He's going to be our pass rush. He's going to eat probably some double teams along with was he 2022?
Devontae Wyatt.
He was 2022, wasn't he?
Which, if that's what he can do, yes. No. I want to say 2023. LVN was drafted in 2023.
Did we have a first in 2022?
13th overall. In 2022? I think so.
Oh, it was Quay and Wyatt. Yeah, right.
That was Quay and Quay. And
my brain fart of a century.
2022.
It's been a long day.
It's been a long day.
Yeah, he's my 5. Stop.
Lucas Van Ness is my 7.
You're really ruining my list here. But so we've talked about my number 6 already. It's Wyatt. Same point as staying healthy for the whole year and playing to your potential, and then that is an anchor to the defense. LVN's my 5th.
Him in the run game.
Who's gonna step up between the room when Micah's not here? I'm hoping it's him. I think he definitely can with his production. You see him get 4 sacks as a rookie in a 3-4, doing it for the first year, having a little more development back in a 3-4, allow him to use his speed a little more. That's the one thing you've never really seen him do is speed to power. Great.
Staying healthy.
But I'm hoping he can do that now, added with some moves that Micah would have taught him. So who's your number 5?
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah. Definitely.
Oh, number 6.
Well, my number 6. So my number 6. Okay, so my number 6 is kind of a dual role.
Okay.
Here, I say I say Sean Ryan, but I could mean Jagger Burton. If you would have listened to last episode, I was pretty adamant
He might
on
play
Jagger
left
Burton
guard. We
taking
don't know
over
yet.
that starting center
He
role for
might play
Sean
left
Ryan.
guard.
I may be I was gonna say I may be eating my words already with Banks being injured. So yeah, he very well might play left guard at this point. But if that is the case, Sean Ryan is extremely important. Sean Ryan, like the center important is a very important in my opinion. We saw that last year. Elton Jenkins was terrible. Elton Jenkins was awful. And it affected Sean Ryan. It affected Aaron Banks' play because Aaron Banks was stuck between a rock and a hard place when it came to, do I bail out Rasheed Walker, who needs to get bailed out all the time, or do I bail out Elton Jenkins, who needs to get bailed out all the time? Well, I'm going to bail out the left tackle because Jordan can't see the left tackle. Having a center that you can rely on to block and to help pick up blocks is so important. I was not a fan of Sean Ryan at all. I think Jagger Burton should be the center. I'll say that again. But if Sean Ryan is the center, I'm hoping that the offseason of him there will give him the comfortability. And that just, like, that'll help the offensive line so much. So much. Just with being consistent, having an actual center who's there, who I know Jordan Love's going to be the guy, from my understanding, of who's going to identify the coverage. That's not what I'm looking Sean Ryan to do. I just want Sean Ryan to snap the ball, identify stuff here and there.
Would be nice, pretty
block. Literally block.
Nice too.
That's what I want you to do. Well,
Love can do as well.
I'm not too worried about that because that's something that Love should be doing. And Aaron Rodgers, and again, Aaron Rodgers, yeah, that was something that when Aaron Rodgers got comfortable in the offense, after he began to start, he called his own protections, and he's in agreement that, hey, the quarterback needs to call his protections because the quarterback knows what he wants. Sean Ryan isn't necessarily going to know what protections Jordan Love wants, which is fine. I'm not asking him to read minds. I think that's way more important for Jordan Love to be able to do that. So Sean Ryan, I think, is going to be instrumental in just snap the ball normally and be able to block. And so that way, whoever's that left guard, if it's Jagger Burton, or if it's Aaron Banks, that's one less thing they have to worry about. And I don't have to worry about Jordan Love getting absolutely pile drive.
Who's your number 5?
He was my 6.
Okay.
My 5 was Zaire Franklin. I mentioned this earlier for a lot of the same reasons, but I'm going to add a reason. Franklin's reason goes beyond individual play.
Yeah, how well can you
He's getting the green dot.
Figure out the opposing offense?
Yes, and I think that's going to be instrumental in just even like his ability to wear the green dot. I've still been kind of adamant that I thought Xavier McKinney should wear it, but I understand that's just not the way the modern NFL works. They want their linebackers to wear it. So if Zaire Franklin is obviously taking over as captain of this defense right away, how he manages that is going to be instrumental in edging Cooper and allowing Cooper to play more free as well. Zaire Franklin is going to be wearing that green dot, and that defense needs to communicate right away from the get-go. Trust each other, trust him. So besides him coming from Indy and being a new guy in the room, he's got an important role here in the defense, and so that's why he was my number 5.
No,
and
McClellan was 8
was that
for me.
McClellan or
my 5 was LVN. Yeah. So
LVN.
Let's recap. I'm going to recap my
now we're on
10
4.
to 5 right now. 10 Franklin, 9 Bullard, 8 McClellan, 7 Cisse, 6 Wyatt, 5 LVN, 4 Golden. Oh fuck. 4 Golden. Sorry. Spoilers.
Golden. Okay. Oh, spoilers. I'll do my obviously mine was Cisse at 10, Wyatt at 9, Parsons at 8, Van Ness at 7, Sean Ryan or Jagger Burton at 6.
I do have Golden at
Franklin
4.
at 5. It says you spoiled it. You have Golden at 4. Interesting.
All right.
I have a
I'll
wide
get to my
receiver at
Golden
4 as
point
well.
here.
Not Matthew Golden though.
It is very crucial he takes that step to become wide receiver 2. So the offense or the defense cannot double Watson and just not devote all their attention to Watson and Kraft. As long as Golden is an effective wide receiver 2, similar to your Batman and Robin analogy, if he can be a great Robin and maybe become Nightwing if something bad happens. I doubt it. Like Watson's been pretty healthy of late.
My number 4.
Other than the freak collarbone injury. But yeah, so
knock on wood.
okay.
Who speaking of the Watson, he's my 4. Like I need him to stay. I need him to stay healthy. I need him to stay healthy. Like that's the biggest thing. And it seems like, knock on wood, again, knock on wood, sacrifice the cheese to Vince Lombardi, whatever it is you need to do, kind of a thing. Christian Watson, when he is
It's
on the
humming
field, our
sometimes.
offense is different.
But like we can't forget about Kraft. too.
Oh my goodness, yeah. The Packers, no, I can't. See, I view Kraft as kind of a bonus. Like the Packers play well with Kraft, but the offense is
It took them 2 games to figure out what to
elite
do
when Christian
after Kraft
Watson's on
went
the
down,
field.
by the way. Yeah. That last, or like 1.5.
Is it really?
But that second half of the Panthers game and the game following it last year were just terrible offensively after Philly. Like, we're just terribly offensively. We did.
Did we have Christian Watson though? Because I thought, I thought I saw a post the other day that said Watson,
Yes.
Reed, and
Yes,
Tucker
that is
Kraft
true.
played 0 snaps together,
Because Reed broke his collarbone
which is insane.
and had the foot surgery between week 2 and 3. Watson wasn't back until Pittsburgh. Kraft tore his ACL week 9 against Carolina. So yeah,
that was against Carolina. Oh, that's right. He got pushed.
there wasn't any time where they
crazy.
played all together.
Okay.
So actually, Reed was back for the playoff.
So I mean,
game,
that could, yeah. I mean,
but Kraft was out. So
yeah, but Kraft was out. So none of them. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, just Watson. I think that was more of ramping Watson up in addition to losing Kraft. So I do think Kraft.
But you see they gave
honestly,
McBride 99 overall?
top 3 tight end. Going to be instrumental in this. They did give him for you Madden heads out there. Yeah, they did give him 99 overall, which is crazy. But I think Trey McBride is good. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know. But yeah, honestly though, I do think Watson is more important than Tucker Kraft, even though Tucker Kraft is going to get paid more than
it's an
Christian
interesting
Watson
system, the
probably will
offense, but
ever get paid. Just because it is. It's just
yes.
having Christian Watson on the field changes the way the defenses have to play because he's such a big, fast wide receiver vertical threat. I don't care that he's a one-trick pony. I don't think he's that much of a one-trick pony. I think he can do a lot more than he gets credit for.
3 of the 5
what the offense has
best
to do.
wide receivers in the league are almost one-trick ponies.
True. I mean,
same with Chase.
Jefferson,
Like
kill you on
Chase,
just about any big play.
Him and Chase are the ones who can kind of do everything.
Jamar Chase, yeah.
You want Amon-Ra primarily playing out of the slot on 2-way goes. CD,
Slot.
like kind of the same principle, but he's a little more outside. So Pickens, as much as I love
would you
him,
say George Pickens?
Georgia great, is not a top 5 wide receiver in the NFL.
So that's I mean,
Yeah, Jason. Jason can do everything too.
There's
But, like,
JSN, and that dude's a freak of nature.
Puka, you kind of want playing more inside ish. Yeah, a lot of slot guys.
A lot of slot guys. Like realistically, a lot of defined slot guys.
But like, I mean, they make your
Jettas
offense
played
way
slot
more
at
explosive.
LSU.
But having these dynamic
Started out
receiving threats over the middle of the field, but
and nobody's like Watson either. I mean, Jamar
like
Chase is only
old
6
DK
foot.
is kind of like the
Only.
closest to
I'm
current
6'1".
Watson.
I'm saying only. And I would say that Watson's better than a more gifted player than DK ever was. Just physically gifted, and I would say that Watson runs better routes than DK.
Because DK was just bigger.
Like, it's tough, but I mean, I think Christian Watson's instrumental. I mean, maybe I should have put Jaden Reed there, and that would definitely ruffle some feathers to put Jaden Reed at 4. Slot wide receiver, yeah. Like Randall Cobb-esque. Yeah, so I mean, Christian Watson, though, that's my 4. My number 5.
We talked about 5. We're on 3 now.
I'm
We're
going
on
back
3.
to offensive line. Or number 3. Sorry, I'm going the wrong way. 3 now. Yeah, I'm going the wrong way. My number 3, it's on the offensive line, and surprisingly, it's not Zach Tom. Even though I could very well put Zach Tom here, but I think one of the most important players on the offensive line,
we have the same player on number 3.
outside of the center here, is going to be Jordan Morgan.
Yeah.
Really?
I don't think so.
I wonder if our next,
because I think my number 2
our next
might
3
shock
are going to
you.
be the same. Okay.
Okay, let's go. All right, let's talk about Morgan real quick.
So this is going to be funny.
Yeah, it's a
But
pretty
Jordan
open and
Morgan,
shut thing for me.
He needs to be the left tackle.
How well you play at left tackle will dictate how well the offensive line can be, or how good the offensive line can be. So you just have to live up to that like first round pick pedigree
Yes.
and be better than Rasheed Walker.
And the faith that I have placed in him. Yeah, I can't go another season.
We have
Jordan,
to
run!
play him again
I can't
this year.
do that. I can't hear that happen. Yeah, I know. It's the Rams. Yeah, yeah, Jordan Morgan, like you said. I mean, he's got to be the left tackle. He's a first round draft pick. They let Rasheed Walker go. They basically said, "Hey, Jordan Morgan, it's your turn. Do your thing." I liked what I saw in preseason last year from Jordan Morgan. I'm hoping he's going to again take that next step. It's going to be his year, and protect Jordan's blind side. If you can do that, whoo, man, protecting the quarterback. He's going to have Jordan Love dropping dimes and winning his MVP and a Super Bowl. That's all I got to say.
Shall I go first?
So number 2,
Josh Jacobs.
Yeah, I did 3. Who's your number 2? Oh, okay. I didn't put. Okay. All right. I didn't put Josh Jacobs. That's crazy. All right. I'm curious.
You might counter my okay. So
I may counter that, but yeah, go for
same
it. Josh
like
Jacobs. What do you got?
how much performance can you get out of an aging running back? I don't think as much attention's going to be dictated towards him with all of the other people who are going to be on the field. He had some tough running. And he's a dynamic receiving back, surprisingly.
Offensive line.
Underrated. Like he was what? Like the
underrated quality.
He had the most targets in the red zone last year out of anyone on the team. Yeah. So
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
It's all legal issues aside. Can you still play to the level that you did last year or the year before and not kind of postpone that slowing down?
The year before.
Yeah, because if the run game's not working, then our offense just won't work.
I really did. I don't know. I think you could put the ball in
Jordan Love's hands. I think he can too. I just
30, 40 times a game and we can win football games. And that's why. And the reason
the defense is like dropping 8 dudes every time, that makes it a little harder.
Fair. That is fair. My thing with the run game and Josh Jacobs was like, I've seen Emmanuel Wilson play well. I like what I've seen from Marshawn Lloyd, who did not end up on the PUP list. Thank goodness. I like what I've seen from Marshawn Lloyd again. So that's the main reason why I didn't include Josh Jacobs. Because I thought to myself, okay, I know Josh Jacobs is coming back from a down year. The offensive line played a factor. If the offensive line plays better, then I think Josh Jacobs will play better. But I also think that having Marshawn Lloyd
those points are incredibly valid, but like he can also elevate the offensive line too.
True. Yeah. It just like if I could say an honorable mention, Josh Jacobs would probably be my honorable mention.
Who's your number 2?
That would be the best way that I could say it there.
Oh, honestly, fair point.
Rookie kicker
Very
time.
Fair point.
Like Trey Smack, man, 6th round pick, replacing Brendan McManus. Like this is a huge pressure point. We lost games because of our kicker last year. I think. Like, what was it? Brandon McManus was like 42%
left like 12
or something like that
on
from
the field in the playoff
Beyond
game.
35.
It was bad.
Yeah. Can't do that. I know that today on the 27th or the 28th, I think tomorrow actually on the 28th, the Packers are bringing in another kicker just to work them out, which I completely understand. I completely understand bringing in as many kickers as you can, as humanly possible at this point, given we haven't had a consistent one since Mason Crosby. Unfortunately, the GOAT for us. Trey Smack does have a lot of pressure. He was good in college. I think he can be good. I hope he can be good. There's a lot like this. This could make or break a few games, to say the least. We left a lot of points on the board, like you pointed out, 12 points in the playoffs alone when it came to our kicker. That cannot happen for a team with Super Bowl aspirations. And trusting a rookie kicker is a lot, but
I know.
Here we are. We're doing it.
It makes like the Smack thing makes me a little uncomfortable, but I have faith. I have faith in our guy. He was a better college kicker than Carlson. So
yes, absolutely. And I think that's why I have a lot more confidence there is because he was consistent in college.
Like, he played college in Florida. Like he's not used to the northern weather. Well, guess where all the good kickers go? Where it's warm. So any highly recruited kicker prospect will just pick an SEC school and be like, all right, here we go. Yeah, I'll kick here.
I'm going to kick here. I don't blame him. I do not blame him. I think, where is he from? I can't remember where is he from originally. Let me check. I want to say he's from
yeah, he's from Maryland. So
he's from Maryland.
I think he has like a lacrosse background too or something.
It's okay.
And then just got into football during the COVID years. So
yeah, he played. Yes, yeah, because he didn't have. Yeah, that's correct. So just outside of just in Maryland, there, Savannah Park High School. Played lacrosse. Yeah, I mean, so like I've been to Maryland a couple times. The weather's okay. It's all right there. Not
All
too
right,
bad.
number
Not
one?
too cold, not too warm. Definitely not. Definitely not Wisconsin cold. Number 1.
It is Jordan Love for me.
I mean, is it Jordan Love
Wow, shocker. No,
for you? This is Jordan Love for me.
at the end of the day, this is a pretty obvious pick for number 1. It's the quarterback's going to be the pick for like 32. If you were to do a list of this for like 32 NFL teams, the quarterback's number 1 for all of these, maybe except for like 2 teams off the top of my head. So yeah. Or
Yeah, and that's because they need to draft a quarterback.
they have like a dominant edge rusher that their season hinges on. So
I mean, yeah, even that though, like we know just like how important it is for your quarterback to
Exactly.
have your starting quarterback and for your starting quarterback to play well.
hey, I think Jordan is in for a
This
career
is the
year.
way the NFL works. Your quarterback is.
Like probably should
I
have
agree.
been
I do genuinely
close
agree.
to borderline Pro Bowl last year, even though it was one of his weaker seasons. But
Yeah, I mean that Pro Bowl's a joke in and of itself. I think people. I do think that Jordan Love is slept on and underrated, and part of the reason why Jordan Love is slept on and underrated
oh, exactly.
is simply who he's following. Brett Favre. Like the Packers were like, oh my goodness, Brett Favre, Hall of Fame quarterback. It can't get any better than this. Who's this Aaron Rodgers guy? Well, it turns out Aaron Rodgers ends up being the greatest thrower of the football ever. And I'm not just saying that. That's literally what Tom Brady said. And so now you have to follow up back-to-back Hall of Fame quarterbacks. Like that's a lot of pressure. That's a lot to critique. And so everybody's like, Jordan Love's mid. Jordan Love is not a mid quarterback. Jordan Love is a very good quarterback, but he's not a mid quarterback. I'm not saying Jordan Love is a Hall of Fame level quarterback at all whatsoever. I don't think he's proven that. I think that he has I think one of the best aspects of Jordan Love's game is the mental aspect, and that's so instrumental in today's modern NFL. And that separates the mid quarterbacks from the great quarterbacks. And I think that I've been pretty adamant too about the fact that I believe Jordan Love is a top 5 quarterback in the NFL as it stands right now. I think his stats, the advanced stats back it up. I think his regular stats back it up, even though, like you said, he had a down year. I think he is in for a
top
career
3 in
year
EPA per
where
play, or
everybody
like top 5 in EPA per play. So
yeah, which is the metric. That is the metric for success in the NFL. And a lot of your coaches of the year, your coaching gurus, a lot of the coaches who people like, the one whom we will not name, who is down in that place called Chicago, soon to be Indiana, is a big proponent of EPA as well. So I think Jordan Love is slept on, and I'm fine with that. Go ahead, sleep on him. But this year again is going to depend on Jordan Love.
And the coaching staff said they went through everything, looked at things critically, but I'm sure that happens every offseason. So just like realize the personnel you have
for real,
and play with them. It's not terribly difficult.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Realize the people you have, and not necessarily people you want. Who you have.
Great top 10 quarterback
freaking
easily.
Love.
So let us know. There's our lists. Let us know what you think. If we snubbed anybody. Oh, wait. Now I'm just thinking. Oh, no.
Yeah, please let us know if we subbed anybody.
Neither of us talked about Cooper. Oh, you did?
I did.
Well, like we talked about Franklin.
I did. Well, we
And
both
then
talked
just
about
letting Cooper be
because
more
we
of
said
Cooper,
that we
but-
talked about Zaire Franklin.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't necessarily think the defense hinges on Cooper, and
Yeah.
like again,
We're
I think Cooper
lockstep
can be an
in that
all-pro
one.
linebacker. I think you believe that
I do too.
I have his jersey. That's That's how much I believe in Edrin Cooper. I would have drafted him
I did
in the
not
first
know he was
round.
going to be
That's
this good
how much
coming
I
out of
believe in
college.
Edrin Cooper.
I
was
but
dude. I was all.
let us
aboard
know
the
if we
Cooper
missed
train.
anyone.
All aboard the Cooper train.
Comment your lists. Actually, I'd love to see those.
Next time, I think our next episode, we're actually going to get to talk about it. Yeah. Tweet us your top 10, especially if you're on X. Make sure you share, subscribe on Apple Podcasts, anywhere.
Well, training camp
next
will have
episode,
started.
I think we're actually going to get to talk
We'll
about
have some
college
reports.
football.
We can
There'll
do
be a
some
little bit more going
recaps.
on.
There's things that we like, things that we don't like to see. Tune in and find out, I guess.
More injuries. That's all, folks. Until next time.
To Packers fans coast to coast, thanks for going beyond the frozen tundra. We appreciate you tuning in. And as always, go Pack Go!